What's going on, everybody? I want everybody to get comfortable, hit that like button, and we're going to get started. Got a short story for y'all, as always. And so I want y'all to get comfortable and listen up.
The echo of the uncheered mental resilience in a world that's gone loud and loveless. In every generation, there are people who walk through fire with no applause. They rise early, serve deeply, lead quietly, and endure without ceremony. These are the uncheered, the unsupported, and yet, paradoxically, the most powerful among us, because history shows us that the most effective rulers, the most transformative prophets, the most influential minds didn't rise because of cheerleaders. They rose despite the absence of them. Let me say it plainly. Sustaining your mental health in today's world is not just emotional hygiene. It is spiritual warfare. Because we live in a culture where attention is currency, but authenticity is bankrupt, where darkness shouts while wisdom whispers, and in this chaos, we are losing too many good men to silence. In 2024, suicide among men in the United States was once again at crisis levels. The reasons weren't simply clinical. No, the deeper root was purpose deprivation, emotional starvation, and a growing cultural coldness toward the struggles of men. We tell men to be strong, then mock them when they break. We praise surface success, but ignore soul wounds. And that dissonance is killing people. But it doesn't have to. The ancient blueprint of mental greatness throughout history, the men and women who became legends, not for domination, but for transformation, all had one thing in common: they mastered the internal when the external world abandoned them. Take Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome. He ruled over the most powerful empire on earth, yet wrote meditations not for the world, but for himself, private words of discipline, virtue, and mental sovereignty. He wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." That's not just philosophy, that's self-directed therapy. While surrounded by betrayal and war, Marcus created peace in his own mind, his legacy, immortal. Or consider Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, forgotten, isolated, hated by many. And yet, he wrote, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." He emerged with dignity intact and went on to unite a divided nation. Not because he was clapped for, but because he found clarity in silence. His mind became his fortress. Even King David before the throne was a forgotten shepherd, an afterthought in his own house. Yet in solitude, with no crown, no choir, he wrote psalms. He wrote, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? Hope thou in God." This wasn't poetry for crowds. It was survival. And because he strengthened himself in the Lord, he rose from sheep fields to lead a kingdom. What's the lesson? Mental health is not a product of support. It is a product of perspective. When the applause stops, you must clap for yourself. Let's fast forward to you. Living in a world of clickbait chaos, where dark energy has a louder mic than divine insight. You give, you grow, you forgive, you change, but you are not seen. And the temptation arises. What's the point? Here is the point: your value is not proven by volume. It is proven by vision. Men today must stop waiting for validation from external voices, especially from those who themselves are walking tombs filled with bitterness, envy, and projection. As the African proverb goes, the lion does not turn when the small dog barks. Too many are compromising their self-worth for the approval of people who don't even approve of themselves. How to maintain mental health in an indifferent world? Here are timeless tools used by rulers, prophets, and everyday warriors. 1. Rule your own mind like a kingdom. Marcus Aurelius ruled millions, but understood the true throne is the mind. Guard it like a city gate. What enters your thoughts will eventually govern your emotions. 2. Detach from applause and criticism equally. Nelson Mandela once said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it kills your enemies." In the same way, approval addiction poisons your soul. Learn to rise whether they cheer or stay silent. 3. Make your pain your profit. Martin Luther King Jr., constantly under death threats and pressure, once said, "Only when it is dark enough can you see the stars." Use suffering to sharpen your clarity. Let the silence drive you deeper into purpose. 4. Fast from fools. Your mental health cannot grow in a climate of chaos. As Proverbs 13:20 says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." Curate your circle like a royal court. 5. Create legacy over likes. The most remembered men of history were not popular in their time. Jesus was crucified. Muhammad was exiled. Gandhi was imprisoned. But they changed the world because they served a mission greater than visibility. The divine weapon, spiritual discipline, in the book of Romans 12:2, it says, "Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That is not a suggestion. That is a blueprint. This world is drunk on trends, but you were made for truth. When you begin to feed your soul with divine promises, solitude becomes sacred. The silence becomes strategy. And what once felt like rejection becomes redirection. Never forget this. Your spirit knows things the world doesn't understand. That's why it can feel isolating. But isolation is not punishment. It is preparation. Closing, you are already legendary. You don't need to be known to be great. You don't need loud fans to live a loud purpose. Every ruler in history who mattered was ignored before they were celebrated. Every prophet was rejected before they were remembered. So here is the challenge. Choose the path of the uncheered and walk it like a king. Say to yourself, "I may not be clapped for, but I am called. I may not be supported, but I am sustained. I may not be followed, but I am free." And let the world echo with its noise. You were never built for that noise anyway. You were built for the mountain. You were built for meaning. So build, rise, heal, serve, pray, speak. And when the world goes silent, let heaven be the only audience you need, because he that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. And if that's true, what more do you need?
All right. So we did some positivity. You know what I mean? I was over on Rob Rack's channel, and I think he told me it was Male's Mental Health Month, and I did that for male's mental health. If it is the month, I don't know. So I said, let me just put something together for a male's mental health month. And it brings me to a lot of things that's been going on in the sector. But I want to speak on that, for a few minutes, what we just heard. And the thing about it is, and I've been telling people this too. I've been telling a lot of content creators and people in private about the perspective you got to have as a content creator in general on here, whether you're male or female. There's very little applause. And the truth is, there is more hate that will come your way from the masses of asses that are out there that are looking to just tear you down, make you feel some kind of way, you know what I mean? But the main thing, what you got to understand is that these people in general that are trying to make your mental health unhealthy are unhealthy. You know what I mean? And I had a conversation with Rob, and I was like, why do certain people, make it an effort and have such vitriol, resentment, hatred, to see you in a good spirit and want to tear you down. I know a lot of people, they experience that. And, like you see it with me online, like all I ever want to do is content. I never want to get out here and be an internet troll, get into back and forths, beefs, and all that kind of stuff. That was not Octavius' plan when I went live. You know what I mean? I had a little something going on. I thought it would blow over. Then it gradually started going into different spaces and things like that. You know what I mean? I just want to do content like what you just saw. But the thing is, because of my talent and what you see, the difference between my channel and a lot of the other people's channel, like a lot of people, they're using AI avatars. I use AI, but you see me here. This is me. Ain't nothing altered about Octavius. This is really who I am. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they can't do it. They're not going to turn their camera on. They'll sit there and tell you about how ugly you are, how fat you are. I've lost a lot of weight. this year alone and even last year. You know what I mean? But it's more pronounced now. A lot of my clothing is falling off of me. You know what I mean? I go walking 6-7 miles a day, sometimes 8-9 miles. It is like a practice that I do on a daily. Right now it's mango season. I go out and I eat organic food, stuff like that. And it's working for me. You know what I'm saying? It's working for me. And a lot, my attitude in general is working for me also, feeling more confident. You know what I mean? Finding the hero within me. And one of my favorite songs of all time that helped me out of depression is When the Hero Comes Along from Mariah Carey, with the strength to carry on. And you can find love if you look within yourself. And I didn't want to be super religious today, but I wanted to actually touch on certain certain wisdoms that comes from the Bible, and it went across even went into humanism with Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor. Y'all know him in what it was, the Gladiator. You know what I mean? He got a book called The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. Okay, and that's, I think that touches to, I'm not so sure what it's called, but it's called like humanism, and it's like philosophy in general. You know what I mean? What you should live by. And what I did like in what I had showed y'all today, or which I heard, was about the resentment. And I have been running into this spirit of resentment online, in real life, and I don't have resentment. I don't wake up with hate. I don't think about what people did to me yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You see Sunny and Ken, they wake up with all that toxicity, going as far as dragging kids, saying awful things. You know what I mean? But there's no peace in the heart. You know what I mean? It even get more darker and darker with their mind, spirit, soul, bodies falling apart. You know what I mean? It's just like Star Wars, the Sith Lords. You know, they always have scars, missing arms. You know what I mean? And I ain't even trying to be shady, but that's how Star Wars is. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars, it shows those that have hate, resentment, the depression, they feed on the dark side of the force to get stronger, to attack. You know what I mean? That's how they attack you. And then even in real life, when you're in the light side, in whatever religion or whatever, and I'm not trying to be a religious guru to y'all, but in the light side, it is stronger because you can learn to repel it. You know what I'm saying? When the temptation comes, when they come with the negativity, you can just go high and just say, you know what? I understand where you are. I understand that you are at a low place in your life and you need me to feel as low as you did because you see me up so high above you. There is virtues within me that you don't have. There is goodness in me that you don't feel that's within you. And so what you want to do is bring me down when I'm in my state of happiness. And even if I'm eating herbs, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm like poor or whatever, if you're poor, no matter what, we can even go beyond commercialism and say, okay, hey, you don't have $5 to your name. You know what I mean? And we do have a goal today. So if y'all want to bless me, you know what I'm saying? Bless the goal. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like y'all want to hit the super chat, that's cool. But you know, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And but getting back to it, you know, the main thing is it's like you can get on the road. You gotta somewhere you gotta find happiness, even if you have nothing. You know what I mean? It's like one of the situations. When are you gonna start finding happiness? When you get your first million, your first 5-bedroom mansion, your first Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Your first IG model, supermodel girlfriend, your first jet. When is happiness gonna come? And the thing is, we have the power to achieve happiness now. You know what I'm saying? And some people may be in situations where, hey, we have people that We have people in this sector that have issues, that's in wheelchairs. You know what I'm saying? That may feel like their life is at a standstill or whatever. But at the end of the day, how we wake up and how we feel about ourselves is our choice ultimately. And the thing is, just like feeding my body, okay, right now there's an abundance of organic food to eat. I can just go outside. Mangoes are there. You know what I'm saying? There are berries growing right now. There's all kind of fruits and stuff going on, coconuts and all that kind of stuff. You literally can survive just on outside right now in South Florida. You really can. You know, you go fishing. You can go get you some fish, mangoes. You know what I'm saying? You really ain't got to go to the grocery store if you want to eat organic. You be eating the best thing you can eat. You know what I mean? So you don't even have to be rich, you know what I'm saying, to eat the best food. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about, it's all about the understanding of the mind. And too many of us, you know what I'm saying, even on this platform, I see people get upset. And you notice I'm not getting too much upset. I have trolls that will forever call my name. I understand that Ken will probably just call my name from here to kingdom come. That is his resentment, his hatred for whatever reason. My job is not to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And you notice I'm not even dragging a dude. I'm not even dragging Sunny or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, I understand even when it comes to the street sector, why hasn't the street sector really, like, since I haven't been live, you know what I mean? Where's the street sector going? Oh, nobody really knows. Okay. I know I got things that's planned this week, and I will be going live a lot more often this week. Got a few things figured out, a few things set up, and I'll be going live, and we're going to do content. Hey, we might take a hit with the views, but in the meantime, they're going to skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? They're going to skyrocket. And it ain't going to be based on gossip. It ain't going to be based on people that we say we don't want in our sector that are nothing but toxic. You know what I mean? And we doing reports on them and saying, hey, this is what so-and-so said on his live when we asked for them to be kicked out of the sector, and no one else deals with these people. You know what I mean? No one deals with these people. Yet a lot of people are quoting the most negative people that have come across this sector that don't belong here. And let you know that it don't belong here. They are here to infiltrate. They're here to get a crowd, because where they come from, no one gives a care about them. No one get nothing. You know what I mean? So even now, the street sector has an identity crisis where it wants to just feed on gossip. You know what I mean? That's not how we started to get numbers. You know what I mean? We didn't get numbers based off gossip. And if people want to stay in that space, it's fine. I'll still rock the hashtag street sector or whatever. I don't have to be y'all emperor or whatever, or nothing like that. Not saying I'm y'all leader or not anyway. But what you got, the thing about it is, there's stagnation because that's not what the people want. You know what I mean? The people don't care about, you know, so-and-so little beef from last year. You know what I mean? And my thing is, hey, the truth is, what's going on? Let me see who all in here. What's going on, LaKendra, Prince of Sheba, what's good? How y'all doing? Now, OBS is doing some weird stuff, so I can't really see where we at with everything. But happy Sunday, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's see where the likes at. Because usually y'all do a wonderful job for me. Y'all started, we have 50. So if you haven't hit the like button, because ain't nobody hit the super chat, you know what I mean? Hey, ain't nobody hit the super chat, and that's cool. You know what I mean? We ain't begging. But I am saying, please hit the like button. That's all I'm saying. Hit the like button. All right? So, street sector has identity crisis. Don't know where it's going. We know what we can do, but we don't want to take the hit. Today I'm doing positive content. Hey, if it came out negative or whatever. But I'll just say this. I will say about what is going on slightly. Like Batty has returned, right? And for people that don't know, you know, okay. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to reawaken nothing like that. But if y'all remember last year, I didn't start nothing with those people. You know what I mean? Didn't start nothing with those people. You know? And I know they're saying give people giving apologies. I'm not looking for an apology. I'm not staying in that state of like, oh, looking in the past, but just from a journalistic perspective, it's like a lot of things that they were putting on. Like I heard what the lady had to say, and a lot of things that she had to say about Chase. I'm like, the thing is, you are grown. Just if you say you're a grown person, you did these things. Even if you were part of group think or whatever, you still did these things. You know what I mean? Y'all was talking about y'all was calling family members' names on your streams, doing all kind of things. The other day, dude talking about, well, we on the back end working out how to dox, contacting certain people's jobs, all that weird stuff. You know what I mean? All that weird stuff. And I'm saying, hey, what have I done to you? What have I done to you? And the thing, what's really like, and I'm like, because I got to give y'all an honest perspective on it. And I know that would be backlash. I really don't care. I got to give y'all an honest perspective on it. All that chaos that was going on in that lady's life, from what she's saying, death in the family, people in ICU, all that kind of stuff, and you were being evil towards me for no reason. Being evil, completely evil. And getting clicks and views and numbers, going teaming up with ops and stuff that you don't know that were of my ex-girlfriend and myself from certain sectors and stuff that I really didn't know. And at the same time, of maybe like 2 or 3 weeks prior to that, y'all were opping with the same person. You know what I mean? It was like, why are you doing this? And all this stuff happens on the back end. You know what I mean? Death in the family. You know what I mean? Psychological breakdowns and things like that. You know what I mean? And I'm asking myself, why is this going on? And I do remember people like wishing death on my family. And then at the same time, death is in their family. And now the thing is, I don't wish that kind of shit. I think that shit black magic. I think it's wicked. You know what I'm saying? I am a believer in God and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, Jesus, Yeshua, you know, Ahaya Shah, Ahaya by Hashem Shia, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh by Hashem Shah, you know what I mean? We can go, you know, Yeshua, Yeshai, all kind of things. Yeah. I believe in God, and then I'm seeing all these people wishing death on people, family members. You know what I mean? And it's funny how, like, I used to see my father, you know what I'm saying? And people like, he had enemies and stuff like that. People like, hey, you know, it's a good man. And then like things happen in their life. You know what I'm saying? My father, all he knew was God, man. You know what I'm saying? And the same people that's wishing all that bad on him, you know what I mean? Terrible things happening to them on the back end. That lady was evil towards me and my ex-girlfriend. We did nothing to start that whole situation. It was a complete clout chase. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. I ain't dragging a lady. You know what I mean? I ain't dragging a lady. I got talked about how I look and how fat I was. And then somebody from the sky, from the Latrice Island sector, sent me all the photos of their get-togethers and stuff like that. And I'm looking at how this person really looks and why they never changed their icon picture. You feel me? And I'm just like dumbfounded about the reality of a troll and how like people that wish all this evil on me, trying to tear down my platform, tear down my ex-girlfriend platform at the time, all that wickedness and all this chaos that's going on in the back end. You know what I mean? If you say someone is the devil, well, you follow them. Those that follow the devil are demons. And I can firsthand say, yes, you were a demon to me for no reason. You know what I mean? And I'm just telling y'all what it is, like far as the street sector, and then the street sector went to hell. And they said, oh, I ain't part of the street sector. But you get your clout from over here. You know what I mean? What other sector? Y'all don't go back to the Latrice Allen sector. And I ain't even addressing this really to Chase, but I'm just saying, hey, if you don't want no part over here, go. You know what I mean? You don't want no part over here, just go. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But that audience and everything, we have to, when niggas say they don't want to be part of whatever we got going on over here, we're a small little sector. We got access to some big content creators like Marcus. But if they don't want to be a part of this shit, don't support them niggas. If they're talking about your kids and they're predatory towards your children, why are you talking about, well, so-and-so said, I'm going to just say go then. Nola said, because he was playing, like I said, he was playing you. He playing into your ego. Like, go to signature said, yes, Lord. You know what I'm saying? And then you're quoting him, you're helping his nothing channel get some traction. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all doing. You know what I mean? You have to just sometimes dig and do something different. Take a hit with your views. Do something different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's start reporting on, go back to just reporting on market stuff or something like that. Find something that hit. Find a bigger content creator than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, sky's the limit. Like that one guy I started with on YouTube, one community, we had our different stuff. That dude is doing phenomenal. That dude was doing it. He doing the fucking Diddy trial right now. You know what I'm saying? Making like 50,000 views on a daily. You know what I'm saying? I know he probably had hit at least 500,000 views this past month alone, based off being in New York, being in the right space, turning his camera on. You know what I'm saying? Not doing the same old troll stuff that everybody else does, sitting behind the black screen, you know what I'm saying, on StreamYard, getting into gossip. You know what I'm saying? You have to get outside. You got to be creative. You got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way that we as a sector are going to go anywhere, is that we have to do something different. Even if it's like we're doing content beyond Marcus. Now, there was some interesting stories I did see, and I'll report on them sometime within this week. And I'm not going to give it to y'all now, but there's some funny stuff going on. Marcus got some good content over there, you know what I'm saying, to review. And hey, we could crack jokes and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, still make it fun, review that, and review other stuff, you know what I'm saying, other stuff that's going on the internet, and plus get outside and provide content from my own life experience. You know what I mean? So let me see what y'all saying real quick. What's going on? Let me see. I think I spoke to Kendra. They doing something. Some I am her, she is me. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing about peace, you have to fight. And I was talking with Rob over there yesterday, and he talked about King David, right? And so King David fought so many people and killed so many people, you know what I'm saying? So when his son took the throne, Solomon, they had 40 years of peace. There was no wars to be fought, you know, nothing but progress. But the thing about it is, in order to get peace, we got to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We have to fight for peace. We got to get to a place. Thank you so much, Foxtrotter, for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But we have to fight for peace. You know what I mean? It's not just going to come into a, and like every day, the devil is going to use somebody close to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, even in the end time, say God, like the Bible says, like, your enemies will be them of your own household. So sometimes you just start talking, you just want to have a conversation, and all of a sudden somebody just got a problem. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you're on the phone, somebody just got a problem. You know what I mean? You outside, somebody just got a problem. You at work, somebody just got a problem. And you have to actually say, you know what? I didn't come to work like that. I was really feeling myself, really feeling good. I'm eating good. My blood pumping. You know, I feel good. I came in, somebody just got like a woman, just beautiful woman, gave me a compliment about my cologne or something like that, or vice versa with the women. Somebody you had a beautiful day. Now all of a sudden, the devil do a walk in on somebody that you know, and it's designed to tear your day up. You know what I'm saying? It's designed to bring you down. You know what I mean? When that wasn't how God started your day off. You woke up from a beautiful sleep, feeling good, rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? Feeling your best. And then what? Hey, uh, somebody just got a problem with you. You know what I mean? And that's why I was talking about earlier with the thing I prepared for y'all. You know what I mean? Was that one of the things I often hear is like, it's like if someone say, okay, y'all hear like the stuff they say about me. Okay, you ain't got no job. You live with your mama. You this, you that. You fat as hell or whatever. So if I embody the negative energy and the negative connotation behind those things, right? And I say, okay, cool. I'm all those things that you say. What do you want me to do with that? Are you encouraging me to be better? Or is it that your life is feeling like you in a situation where you're feeling like trash? You know what I mean? You woke up, back tore up, your back sore, knees giving out, you know what I'm saying? Your gout flared up or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Or, you got a deadly disease as nobody knows, you're just bitter, you know what I mean? And I'm like, this ain't no shade to nobody, I was just speaking philosophy. You know what I mean? You're just bitter. And you want me to feel that bitterness. You don't like the way I'm smiling. You don't like the way I'm carrying myself. You don't like the way I got a new swag about myself. You know what I mean? You got like, it's kind of like, okay, I was feeling a little depressed earlier this year. You feel me? So what is your goal to get me to feel depressed again? What is your goal to get me to a place where I feel like I'm alone? There is nobody to care about me. I don't have a purpose. You get what I'm saying? If a person's trying to do that, they're trying to kill you. They're trying to murder you from within, right here. They're trying to give it you a complex where you don't matter. And in the essay, the video essay I played earlier, it talked about what, and this is one of the reasons why I did this live this morning, because I was like, we got to talk about mental health, because this is one of the main reasons why men are taking themselves out. Because, and I would say, in this society, we have to become hard. We have to encourage ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And even David said in the thing, why thou soul cast? Oh, why? Let me get it. Make sure I get it right, because I don't want to say it wrong. Said, why is my soul cast down? Let me see if I've got it, because I have it written down. So let me go to it, and I don't want to get that wrong. Let's see. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? Hope thou in God. And in the Bible, in the New Testament, say, he that believeth, he that is within me is greater than he that's in the world. And some say that's the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the good in you knows you better than anybody outside of you. And sometimes you don't have nobody to lean on. One thing I can appreciate about Nature Boy, one thing he said, I love myself. You know what I mean? And there's a woman from MySpace, and I never forget her, named Hassana Sincerity. She was very popular in Madagascar. Was it Madagascar? Yeah, Madagascar. A model, supermodel from Madagascar. She died in a car accident like a long time ago. And one of her famous quotes was, and I knew it from MySpace way, way back, but she said, wake up every day, look in the mirror, and you could be old, you could have wrinkles, you could be fat, look at yourself in raw form before you get in the shower. You know what I'm saying? And look in that mirror and look at every imperfection that the society is telling that you have, and tell yourself, I love you. And watch how your life will change over time. And watch how you would change over time when you start to understand that you have love and self-confidence. You know what I'm saying? That when you look in the mirror, you're looking at a creation of God, which is in you. You know what I'm saying? You are the creation. You are an image of God. You know what I'm saying? We are made in his image. And so for us, we have to understand that there's no real need for our external validation. There's no need for it. The need is for us to understand who we are. And if you believe in God, who we are in God, who we are, even if you believe in philosophy, you know what I'm saying? They call it self-actualization. Get to a place of self-actualization. And then you'll start finding your purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's where you start finding your purpose. But for the naysayers that want to put a complex on you and tell you, you do not matter. You in a state where your life is garbage. You're a low life. You're nothing. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that want to, anybody that has that much venom to release out to the next person, you know what I mean? It's like giving off a virus or a bacteria. It's an infection of their self. You got to understand that that person is infected with depression. That person is infected with low self-esteem. You know what I mean? We see it all too often. We look at the people that's on here. You know what I mean? We look at the people that's telling people they're ugly. I saw that guy the other day, cam up. I mean, he looks totally deformed. He looks like a real troll. You know what I mean? With the soft, no shoulders that show any power or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, the truth is, seeing those persons, I understand why you have to get online. I understand why there's certain people that call my name daily. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like using like names like Sunny. She called my name daily. Yesterday, she was calling my name like I'm still bothering her. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you got an issue or whatever, but I understand that you're suffering, bro. I understand that you're suffering. And I can't be a part of it. That ain't my lot in life. And you have to choose to be strong. You have to choose to wake up and feel happy. If you ain't got no legs, and if you got sores that's not healing and all that kind of stuff, it ain't no shade. Or you got alcoholism and stuff, you have to say, you know what? I'm going to push that all to the side. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to choose to be happy. I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose, if you start valuing yourself and understanding who you are in God, you know what I mean? You won't be trying to pick up no bottle no more. You know what I mean? You won't be trying to like overeat no more. You know what I mean? Like I've lost a lot of weight. Like I have to, you know what I mean? The clothes I was getting ready to throw away from like years ago, I had to stop putting them on. I don't have all the clothes y'all see me in last year or going out with Kiki and stuff like that. None of those clothes fit. None of them. You know what I'm saying? They look like they flap on me. You get what I'm saying? It look like a parachute now. I have no gut. You know what I'm saying? I have no stomach, no gut, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now I can stand to lose a lot more weight, but what I'm saying is, when we start valuing ourselves, then we have to choose ourselves over toxic people that are there trying to tear us down. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just trying, I think somebody, and I don't know if I'm just being a preacher today, but somebody need to hear this message. Somebody needs some hope in a dark space. You know what I'm saying? And this space is a dark space. And the thing is, just look at me. There are so many people that believe in the devil. They post demonic thumbnails every day. But hey, Octavius, the poor man, you know what I mean, have conquered everybody. There people will come out there try to do whatever now. They'll try to say whatever. But at the end of the day, y'all know, okay, let somebody versus Octavius and see what most likely happened. I don't even got to get loud no more. Ain't even got to do the cursing no more. Nothing like that. You know what I mean? What is my internet digital footprint? Protecting children. You know what I'm saying? Speaking up for what's right. Speaking in spaces where, you know what I'm saying, no one would speak it. You know what I mean? The BeefSector has OGs and stuff like that. Hey, I'll tell the truth regardless. I wouldn't care about what anybody got to say about it. You know what I mean? This is the most independent platform in all the spaces that y'all know. Black sector, beef sector, multi sector, street sector, dirty sector. You know what I'm saying? All the sectors that have come and interacted with us over here. This is the most independent and the most truth-telling platform, I believe. And that's my confidence in myself. You know what I mean? There is nobody calling me, you need to get offline, you need to do this, or whatever, you need to do that. You know what I mean? And we do what we want. We do what we want. But at the same time, what I do want to do, and I was telling Rob is, I gotta have an understanding of what I put out. You know what I mean? Understand that's my limit is what I put out, what I say. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just one or two words I can say, or one or two things I can do. Hey, then I'm looking just like the rest of them out here. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth about it. And my thing is this, right? Somebody said, I wish I could live with my mom, right? And I was telling somebody this, right? If you do get a job and you do get a 5-bedroom mansion and you become a millionaire, now you're making a lot of money on here. Is it wise for me to tell strangers online everything about me? No, it's not. You know what I mean? If you see my face on camera and you know, okay, I ain't got no criminal record, I ain't never did nothing foul, I'm not known as a fraudster, a thief, a murderer, a child predator, never said nothing crazy about kids, whatever. That's it. That's all I owe y'all. The honesty of who I am as a man. You know what I mean? But as far as details about my love life, my sex life, my relationships, my where I stay, you know what I mean? Things like that. It's the internet. It's people coming in voluntarily from the chat or leaving comments about where they live. No, they're not. And so I don't owe that to anybody. You get what I'm saying? We don't owe that to anybody. As content creators, we don't owe that to anybody to say, okay, this is where I stay. Y'all come through. You know what I'm saying? So how long we been live? The metrics up here is not really showing like it's supposed to. So let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I need to see where y'all at with it too. All right, I dropped the link. I just want to come and we just want to do something different for today. You know what I'm saying? And but I'll just say this about the street sector in general. Oh, thank you so much for the cash apps too, y'all. They are greatly appreciated. And I'm going to say to everybody that has sent a cash app as of late, I greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I truly do put money back into the platform. You know what I'm saying? Through computer products and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the computer up and running, buying certain programs for the production. I do use that money. So I want to just let y'all know I appreciate all the good, you know what I'm saying, that you guys have done for me. You know what I'm saying? As far as my supporters. And the thing about it is, somebody wrote a beautiful letter to me the other day. I didn't really fully read it until yesterday. And it really helped me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? It let me know that, you know what I'm saying, people really see where I'm going with things. People really feeling me. People really see the true Octavius and my purpose on here, and I greatly appreciate that. So let me go here, get y'all a link if anybody got anything to say. What we at with things? Get y'all a link. And yes, I did cut my hair. For those that don't know, the hair is cut. And why is it? Hold on. Y'all should be up here though. I don't know why it's not populating on the thing. It does that sometimes. Yeah, so the link is dropped. If anybody want to come up, got anything to say. If not, I'll go ahead and end the stream. I really did want to come live and do something different. And like I said, it's not going to be we ain't on the same type of time. And I did touch on a lot of things that is controversial. People may get upset, they may not. You know what I mean? Um, and I know, like I talked about the baddie situation, her return. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. More dogs in. Yeah. So, like I said, I said some things that are controversial about whatever happened, and everybody that was around that time, y'all saw it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, y'all gotta be careful. I say that to say, be careful how you entertain the devil. Okay, you know what I mean? And I ain't y'all a preacher or nothing like that. But niggas was on demon time last year. They had no reason to do it. You know what I mean? There was no provocation for them to do the things they did, the things they said, the jackets they tried to put on me and everything like that. And in their household, people dying. You know what I'm saying? You literally got people that died. You feel me? And also, I have to say, like, even with that situation with Chase, y'all may have some stuff, but I'm just telling you, like, I mean, I don't know who advised Baddie to come out and start telling about her personal life like that. You know what I mean? And I never drag or say anything bad about people, dead relatives shit. But the moment them niggas get mad and they really get in their feelings, these demons out here, they're gonna drag your deceased baby daddy. They're going to do it. If you're in these spaces, they're going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, niggas keep that shit quiet. You don't need to tell your best friend. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Hey, boy, motherfucker put all my shit out and then some. You know what I'm saying? And you think, oh, this person will never say anything. Nigga, them niggas will say everything, then some, and plus some, and more some. And put salt and pepper and ketchup on it and season and A1 sauce on them. That motherfucker. That's what they do. And this is the internet. If you have tragedies in your life, you need to be worried about how you talk about them on here, because these people are evil as fuck. Like, found out in the Mo3 sector. Show you how evil niggas get. In the Mo3 sector, they're making AI pictures of people's dead relatives and making them perform sex acts in the AI shit. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yeah, they're doing that type of shit. And this internet space, and oh, I'm gonna be on demon time, and I'm that bitch, and I'm that nigga, and I'm him, I'm her, nigga. There's some hims and hers out there, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't ready for out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got shit to lose. Oh, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna call the cops. Well, shit, them niggas homeless. Niggas, the cops don't even want to take them in. You know what I mean? The cops, they're a liability on the system if they go to jail. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, like, you gotta keep things tight. And I don't know who told Baddie said it's okay to come out and tell the story about the tragedies that's going on in your home. But yeah, these niggas are fucked up. And I'm telling you as a person, like, hey, you did a lot of fuck shit to me for no fucking reason. But I'm just telling you, like, hey, whenever y'all get all that stuff out about Chase, and I'm not defending Chase. I ain't taking no sides in it. I'm just being an observer. When y'all get that shit out about Chase, see a bum bitch, see a hoe, all that shit. You know what I mean? The niggas, you know what I'm saying? The internet is brutal, dog. You know what I mean? Like me, I know what my father is. I don't feel no kind of way about like when niggas play around with things. I really don't. You know what I mean? I really don't. I just look at you like we're weird. But a lot of people, when it comes to that type of stuff, that like the loss of loved ones and stuff like that, you know what I mean? People get evil, man. You know what I'm saying? And uh, over in the Mo 3 sector, I ain't even gonna talk about one of my moderators here. You know what I'm saying? Had a situation. She told a friend on the phone about a situation going on with her family member, and nigga went live, blew it up, put salt, pepper, and ketchup on it. You know what I'm saying? Made it to be out something that it really wasn't. Left the girl out to dry. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. Everybody was calling it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, bro. You know what I mean? The internet is crazy. And the thing about it, in these chitlin circuits, in these Negro Section 8 spaces, and I'm going to tell you about the doxing. The doxing truly comes from women that live in the projects, don't like a man, they don't like that don't like that bitch down the street. You know what I'm saying? Because Junebug, the drug dealer, is dealing with her, well, probably him or her. What they dealing with that same dude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Two women dealing with the same dude. Oh, that bitch work a job. She's doing hair in her house. Shit like that. Or she's selling lily dillies and hot sausages and pickle eggs and M&M's out the house. Or whatever. Or she got a job, and I know she got a job because I seen the bitch at Walgreens. I bet she ain't reported to the Rick man. You know what I'm saying? Down here said Rick man. You know what I mean? They was doxing before the internet. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, hey, chick get evicted. She can't afford to pay her light bill, water bill. You know what I'm saying? She get they call into the office and say, hey, we found out you got a job. Just started working the job. Now they want you to pay full rent. You working at Walgreens. The majority of your check is going to go. You're working at Walgreens for like $7 an hour, $8 an hour back then. Majority of your check, all your check would have to go to rent. And then you'll still come up short. Or you make too much to even be on Section 8 at that point. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, the doxing, it comes from a low mindset. It comes from like some ghetto hood booker shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put him. We're gonna make sure that that bitch gonna be evicted. Ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Now the woman outside sleeping in a car with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Or she'd have moved back in with her grandma, or moved in with her mama. You know what I mean? And Junebug's still going over there seeing her. You ain't stopping nothing. The doxing ain't stopping nothing. And even with like, okay, men on the internet, bro, like Nature Boy. Nature Boy didn't lose no followers. It actually gained. The girls start looking better over time that wanted to be with him. They got more expansive. The more they doxed his situation, doxed even his health, supposedly about him having all these diseases, the women kept coming. You know what I'm saying? His true sexuality got exposed by multiple people. The women just kept coming. You know what I mean? It's just like when y'all think y'all doxing, exposing, it ain't stopping nothing. You know what I mean? You're not stopping nothing. some people are meant to be who they are, regardless of whatever type of situation you try to put on them or your spin on their life. Like I had somebody recently do a spin on my life and try to do all kind of weird stuff with the cops and all that. You know what I mean? Did the internet really care? Yeah, 1,500 people showed up in their chat just to see me supposedly get embarrassed. I didn't even watch it. I was too busy striking the channel. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you. I think I heard one thing going on there about. I went to the part where they said somebody calling the cops or something like that. I heard that part. After that, I can't tell you what that fool was over there saying because it didn't matter. It ain't nobody echoing the bullshit that lady put out. You get what I'm saying? So it's just what it is. Some people are just meant to be great, and others are not. Yeah, it's diabolical out here, man. Let's see something. We got to the hour mark. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Let me see. Are we there? I got 4 more minutes. Oh, they tried to do some bullshit to you, huh, Annie? Yeah, everybody kind of like went through it at some point. Okay, I'm gonna look at the inbox, LGI. I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate LGI a lot. And LGI is our chief moderator right now. You know what I'm saying? Manager. You feel me? If y'all Sky Watchers, make sure y'all hit that like button. In the meantime, in between time. But I ain't gonna be here long. But yeah, like I said, channel's gonna take a hit with the views. That's cool. But we gotta change the direction of where things are going. The street sector has every right to do whatever they want to do. Every content creator is their own content creator. What's going on? And Tiffany, I gotta get you back. Because at one point, for y'all, sometimes I just like revamp moderators. So, you know what I'm saying? I know Tiffany was a moderator one time. And so I'm put you back on. Yeah. Put Tiffany back on. Great supporter. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just want to come live and touch bases. But I'm gonna get back into the content. You know what I mean? That pays. And we're gonna take off from there. You know what I mean? Right now I'm not we did the beefing, you know what I mean? Heavyweight champion of the world, undefeated, you know what I mean? Beat all the last mans in all the video games out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. Oh yeah, they was over there in the Mo 3 sector. Let me just say this. Meat Mom was over in the Mo 3 sector saying I'm in a loving relationship with Coolin, with the crew from the Mo 3 sector. I'm supposed to be in a loving relationship now. And I'm running around through the Mo 3 sector and I'm just targeting all the big channels over there. They got thousands of niggas in their chat per night, supposedly. I guess they want to do a mass flagging on my channel. And I'm doing all this weird stuff behind the scenes, just striking people indiscriminately. A lot of niggas I don't even know up there. You know what I mean? Just losing channels and shit. What's going on, Manifest? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? So a lot of people I don't even know over there in those spaces. I was like, hey, you know, they just want to make me out to be a villain on here. But it's cool. The thing about it, nothing's affected. And we do original content over here. Or we make content through AI. That's how we get down. We do AI content. We go outside to get content. We can go to events around here for content. There's a lot of things that we can do for content. So we're not starved for that. You know what I mean? And I do want to just come out and touch bases with y'all. I haven't been live in a minute. Yeah, y'all just speaking to each other. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been live in a minute, and I just want to come out and touch bases with y'all. And I just want, like I said, I want to appreciate everybody that has been supporting. Um, and like the thing is that the cash apps, it means a lot. It does. You know what I'm saying? It does, and I appreciate the cash apps and things like that. And for as me, y'all know I've done a lot of legwork behind the scenes. You know what I mean? To dethrone a lot of villains out here, a lot of bad people that's out here. You know what I mean? And expose a lot of bad people out here. And this ain't a ploy for me to get more cash out, y'all. But what I'm saying is, I appreciate all of the support. You know what I mean? Because y'all have been doing a lot of great support behind the scenes, and I greatly appreciate that. And even those like Foxtrot who support in front of the scenes, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Although it is labor, it is work. You know what I mean? I feel a sense of gratitude every time somebody does decide to do something from their heart or give a gift from their heart. And I understand it's your hard-earned money, and I do want to provide a space where we are promoting positivity. I'm no longer attached to anyone. I am totally independent. You know what I'm saying? Kiki is no longer around. You know what I'm saying? And Godspeed, what Kiki got going on. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's just me. It's just me and the subscribers. That's it. Somebody done hit the link. See what this is. Gotta check them out before they come up. Yeah, but got a troll back there. Okay, it's a troll back there. But I just want to say I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate everybody who come through, and I appreciate the love that y'all give. And I just want to say, like I said, I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all have been excellent as a subscriber base. I come in, I ask y'all to hit the like button. Y'all do the likes before I even go live, and I appreciate that. I really do. And I'm going to go ahead and end it on that, y'all.